somewhat of a nest. Hello, welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. We got a glimpse of our honeybees in the last video, and it looks like we are set to have a pretty warm winter, at least for this time of year. I think our forecast said that Christmas Day should be close to 70 degrees, which is absolutely crazy. And when it's that warm, my bees absolutely will be out flying, expending energy. And I don't actually know what types of reserves my honeybees have for winter. I have not opened them this whole year. Because of that, they really should be good. I haven't gone in there to take any honey. Everything that they gathered this year for themselves is, you know, what they have access to. But just to make sure they have enough, I am going to put out a 2-to-1 sugar syrup for them to come and consume freely should they need. This is organic sugar that we got locally, and I'm using real hot water to help dissolve it. From what I understand, using boiling water is fine, but boiling the actual sugar syrup is not fine. It changes something in the sugar, and it's actually really bad for the bees. And we'll also peep the Christmas cookies that the kids decorated last night. Aren't they cute? These are the ones that we're gonna keep. We'll probably make some more for ourselves. We're going over to a friend's house tonight, and they've got a whole bunch of kids. So this is the gift from our children to our friends' children. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
What'd you build?
A fort?
Oh, it's Bentley in there.
We're doing a war.
It's for the wind.
I know, it's windy today.
And cold in here. I put a feed bag on the floor.
Yeah, that's fine. Wow.
We're in the bathroom.
We're gonna let that sugar syrup cool down a little bit before I put it out into the feeder. I do have a rabbit that is due to kindle today. I don't know if she has yet. Nope. Are you at least thinking about it? This is Bao's last chance to kindle a decent sized litter. Otherwise, I'm not gonna keep her. And it's sad because I really like Bao. So we'll be cheering for her. She has made somewhat of a nest in there. Something that I've noticed with my rabbits is if they're going to go overdue, then generally they have smaller litters. So today is day 31. We don't have babies. First thing this morning, she obviously still has the rest of the day to deliver on her due date. Usually rabbits are pretty good, like clockwork, but no signs right now. Obviously, the thing that I have growing in the grow bag right here is no longer growing. It is dead. The thing is, the soil in this bag is not dead, and it does need water to continue to survive and thrive. So I'm watering this not for the plant, but for the soil. Because at some point I will clean that out and reuse that bag. chill. Wow, dude, really? Let go. Thank you. Hi, Chloe. One project I think I'd like to tackle today is getting some hay feeders made for my hanging rabbit cages. I don't have a lot of space on the outside of the cages. I've got the feeders, the water is kind of hanging here, and then the door, and besides that there's not a lot of space. I have bigger doors so that the large nest boxes that I have, especially these metal ones, will fit through. And so what I've decided to do is make little cylinders out of wire to put in there to try to help contain the mess. Right now I'm sticking in, you know, a decent sized bit of hay, and there is a measure of waste with this, as you can see underneath the cages. Sometimes they kind of mat it down into the wire and go to the bathroom on it, and it can be a little bit of a pain to clean. So hopefully the little cylindrical hay feeders will help mitigate that. The reason that I'm going to start feeding hay again when I hadn't been feeding hay previously is I think that that might have helped some of my larger breed does, my Californians, not gain so much weight. We take a break from breeding in summertime because it's too darn hot here, at least for the rabbits that I have. Maybe it's the fact that they've been over conditioned so they're fat and it's hot, but in any case I'm not interested in losing any more does to the heat. So I'm not going to be breeding them over summer. I probably need to be cutting back on the pellets. These pellets are designed to grow the rabbits really fast, and the Californians are designed to grow really fast. And so if I can slow that down a little bit while they're not in production mode, that's probably going to be better. I am going to be getting rid of most of my Californian does. I'll be keeping some bucks, but I'm just getting in good practice mode right now before my silver fox arrive. I've been wanting to do this project for a little while, but it has taken me forever to source the cage wire that I was looking for. This here is a 1" by 2" galvanized cage wire, and this does not say what gauge it is, but it's decently thick. You can see it here. This is the good stuff, so that it's gonna hopefully last quite a long time. This was $45 for this 25-foot roll of, you know, the 2-foot width. And I feel like when we first started out, a roll of wire like this might have been $25 or $26, like $1 per linear foot. And I think that might have been what this wire was on KW Cages online, but they wanted $35 in shipping. So it was actually more expensive online. Don't even try Amazon. It's ridiculous, the prices that people are charging even in-house. So, and ideally I'll have one of these hay feeders per cage, so obviously it adds up, but this is going to be the cheaper route versus buying something that was already made. These rolls of wire are held together with these little hog rings right here. This happens to be what I'm going to use to make the hay rolls, so I'm going to see if I can reuse the ones that this came with. I might as well get my money's worth, right? Whoa, there it goes. The hope was to basically cut this in half and have roughly a 12" cylinder in there with the rabbits. But because of the way that this weave is constructed, I think I have to take out an entire section so that I don't have a lot of crazy wire sticking out. Looks like I will have some that are 12" and then I will have some that are 10". I just had a thought halfway down my cut here that if I fold these in, this sharper edge will be on the inside of the roll and away from the rabbits, and it'll create a really nice edge that won't hurt them. So I think what I'm going to do is actually cut in the center, of this square here so that I'll have something to fold in on both sides. If you're wondering why I'm struggling so hard, my grip strength is trash. Here's the 12-inch section by 14. And you know, I might actually get to use these pegs here to close it up. Maybe I don't need the hog rings after all. I'm gonna go get some pliers so that I can really secure those well. But this is the general idea. Stuff that full of hay and then they can pull it through without just matting it on the cage floor like crazy. Nice and smooth on the outside. Nice. Go. So it looks like all filled up. I know that I've seen people use those double-sided like lobster claw or like dog leash clips to clip to one side of the hay feeder and then the other one can clip to the cage. I think I'm just gonna throw this in here and see what they think. Yes, the camera, you're okay. Goodness. Looks like Promptly and her babies are more interested. Maybe we'll stick this over there. These guys don't care. It. I think it's gonna work. Obviously I'll keep you posted, but the whole aim with this was to have as little waste and as little cleanup as possible, just to sort of streamline my day. It's gonna be a little bit of a rainy day, but thankfully I've got this indoor space in order to work and get things done. I will keep you posted on if and when bough kindles. Oh, and we do need to feed the bees. I almost forgot how this video started. This here is the box that I use to feed the bees in. It's basically just a standard nuke box, which is a 5-frame deep, and I can fit 3 of these frame feeders inside of it. I think each one of these fits a gallon. I don't have 3 gallons worth of feed today, but I do have the 1 gallon, so I'll fill one of these up. There's like this mesh ladder on the inside so the bees can crawl down and then easily crawl back out once they've taken their fill. There we go. Now I'm done with the tasks for the morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow.